Hi guys, uh, you're welcome to today's video tips. My name is Tunde Maraki, and very shortly I'm going to be showing you two ways you can compute same period last year for revenue or whatever metrics you're working on. Without wasting much of our time, you can see on my fields pane I have some measures grouped into average, mean metrics, and time intelligence, and I have some calculation groups as well, and other tables. If you come to my data view, this is my calendar table and my model view. You can see my fact table surrounded by 4-dimension tables. So without wasting much of our time, we are going to be creating two measures. The first one, we are going to be creating a measure for the first way we can compute same period last year calculation. So let's just come here straight up and create a new measure. Let's wait for a while. That's one of the problems I have with Power BI performance. It tends to slow down, and that's why most people use external tools like tabular editor, because that tends to speed up the whole thing. So the formula bar is up, then we can call this SPLY, same period last year 1, which will be equal to, we are going to be making use of the calculate function that changes filter context. Alright, just type calculate, and it takes in two arguments, an expression and filter. And as you know, calculate takes in so many filter, and those filter works internally as an AND logical test. So that's not the bone of contention. We are going to be entering the expression, which is the revenue in this case here, revenue. Alright, and we are going to be changing the filter context in the filter one argument of calculate using a time intelligence function that is known as same period last year. And we start typing same period last year to pop up. Alright, and it takes in just the date. And you can just come here, calendar. Alright, calendar date, then you close parentheses. When you hit enter, it's going to flow into the default expression and return the last year revenue. Alright, the same period last year revenue for that particular expression that we are dealing with. In order to show this, let's create a matrix visual. Then we can bring in our date and month. Matrix visual has been created. Let me enlarge it. Come to my calendar table, expand this, and we can drop here inside of our row. Then we can drop month as well inside the same row. Then we can come to our where is this done, main matrix. Then we can drop revenue. Let's just drag it down, drop revenue inside of our values. Now we can drill down. Let's drill down so that I can show us the year and the month all together. I want to increase the text size so that we can see it very well. Just come to grid, then drop down. You can increase the text size to something like, let's say 17. Alright, I think this is big enough now. What are we going to do? We are going to be bringing in the calculated same period last year. Just drop it inside visual. Then, as you can see, right here in these cells we have nothing, and right here as well we have nothing, because there was no last year, there was no 2014 revenue. Sales started in 2015 and in November. Alright, that's why we're having nothing. And if you come to 2016 as well, because we don't have any sales from January to October in 2016, there is no same period last year. If you come to October, you can see from January to October we have nothing. Then from November, we now have sales for last year November, and as you can see, November 7303. If you see it here, 7303. And the same thing with December, you can see 7985, 7985. If you go to 2017, because we have a complete revenue for every month in 2016, if you come to 2017, January 2017, it returns the previous month, I mean the last year revenue for January, and as you can see, 6991, which is here, 6991. And that is the first way in which you can compute same period last year. The second way, which I'm going to be showing us, let's create a new measure and let's wait for the formula bar to come up again. Right, okay, now we have it. So we can name this one same period last year 2. Alright, which will be equal to, using calculate again to change filter context, enter the scalar expression, which is revenue, comma, then instead of using same period last year, there is another DAX function that will look into the default expression, which is revenue, and affect it and return the same period of the previous year. Alright, and the name of that DAX function is called parallel period. Parallel period, and as you can see, the description returns a parallel period of dates by the given set of dates and specified interval. Here we are going to be specifying interval, unlike same period last year that takes in just one argument, which is the date. And as you can see, parallel period takes in 3 arguments. First is the date, second is the number of interval, and the third is the interval we are considering, whether day, month, quarter, or year. Alright, so we are going to be specifying date, calendar, alright, calendar date, comma, the number of interval. So we are going backwards, 12 months backwards, alright, because from January 2016 or to January backwards to January 2016 is 12 months. Okay, so we are going to be specifying minus 12, comma, and the last one, what are we specifying exactly for the interval? Is it months, quarter, or year? Definitely is months. So you tab into it, close parentheses for parallel period, close parentheses for calculate, then you can hit enter, and let's wait for it to load. So wait for it to load. Alright, still working on it. Okay, I think our measure is now ready. Period last year too, so we can drag it inside the matrix visual, and it's going to return the same thing, just answer analyzer, but that is not what we are going to be doing today. And this is exactly how you can compute the previous year, I mean same period last year revenue. With this, you can easily compute your revenue year on year or revenue year on year variance. Thank you very much, and this will be the end.